Story 1. Daniel Rakowitz, New Year's Soup on the Streets of Manhattan. New York, early 1989. The city was still frozen after the winter holidays. Times Square had just finished its New Year countdown, but in the Lower East Side, survival was still the only priority. In a tiny room inside Alphabet City, a homeless man was stirring a large pot of soup. He told people the secret ingredient would keep them warm for days. No one believed him, not until police found a human skull in a bucket of hot water. Daniel Rakowitz was known as an eccentric drifter. He talked to himself, claimed he ran a personal cult, and often walked around with a rooster under his arm. He wasn't seen as dangerous, just odd. But he became fixated on Monika Birel, a young German dancer, who occasionally let him sleep on her couch during cold nights. When she asked him to stop coming over, something snapped. Monika vanished on December 31st. Neighbors assumed she was traveling, but in Rakowitz's room, he had already begun preparing something far darker. In early January, homeless people reported that Rakowitz was serving them soup and bragging that it was made from human meat. One witness sensed something wrong: the smell, the taste, the way Rakowitz smiled. He went to the police. Police entered Rakowitz's room and found a large pressure pot, a bucket of hot water containing a human skull, cut bones wrapped in cloth, a notebook describing each step of his recipe. Rakowitz calmly said, "She's part of me now." Rakowitz confessed with chilling clarity. He killed Monika after an argument, dismembered her, cooked parts of the body, served the soup to homeless people in Manhattan. He showed no remorse, only pride. Rakowitz was ruled criminally insane and sent to a maximum security hospital. The New Year soup killer became one of New York's most disturbing cases. A story where loneliness, delusion, and darkness blended into something unimaginable. Locals say that on some New Year nights, a strange scent drifts down the alley where the building once stood. No one goes to check. Story 2. A deadly winter holiday in Snowdonia. Snowdonia, Wales, late December 2007. A breathtaking mountain range turned deadly by winter storms. A young couple went hiking to celebrate New Year's Eve, but only one returned. On January 3rd, a man stumbled out of the forest exhausted, shaking, and half frozen. He claimed his girlfriend slipped into a ravine and died. He wandered for 3 days trying to survive. It sounded tragic, until forensics found human tissue on his clothing and confirmed the woman was attacked before she fell. This wasn't a survival story. It was a winter nightmare. Emily Harris loved adventure. Dean Marshall preferred quiet days at home, but he joined her on this trip. They left for the trail on December 30th. Only Dean returned. He told police they were caught in a sudden snowstorm. Emily slipped, and he couldn't save her. But his story changed when they found the body. Emily did fall, but she was injured before the fall. Heavy blunt force trauma, bruises on her neck. No sign she survived past December 31st. Emily didn't live long enough for Dean's 3 days of survival. Forensics found human tissue, burn marks, ash mixed with organic residue. DNA matched Emily. Dean said he didn't know how it got there. Police didn't believe him. He admitted they argued before she fell. But the attack marks suggested something worse. Emily was struck. She was unconscious before she slipped. Dean was the only person there. Investigators believe he stayed in the forest intentionally, moving around the area where Emily's body was found, and burning items to hide evidence. Multiple campfire spots, burned fabric, footprints circling the ravine. He wasn't lost. He was waiting. Dean was convicted of manslaughter, but the questions linger. Did he try to destroy the body? Why was human tissue found on him? What happened during those 3 days? Snowdonia never answered. The Welsh New Year murder remains one of the UK's most debated cases. A story of winter, fear, and the thin line between accident and evil. Emily never left the mountains. Dean left them with a truth he never revealed. And every New Year, when fog settles over Snowdonia, locals say the forest still remembers. Story 3. The corpse in the stew pot in the middle of the Chinese market. Guangzhou, January 2nd, 2010. The morning market was loud, crowded, and alive, until a strange smell drifted from a small grocery stall hidden in the corner. Vendors whispered, "That smell, it's not pork, not beef. Something is wrong." Police arrived expecting a sanitation issue. Instead, they found a pressure cooker filled with human meat simmering on the stove. Standing next to it was the shop owner, calm and expressionless. When officers asked why he did it, he replied, "He owed me money. A new year demands a proper payment." And with that sentence, the case became one of the most chilling New Year crimes in Asia. The victim, Liu Ming, was a young laborer known for gambling and borrowing money. He owed a debt to Zhang Wei, the quiet shop owner. On December 31st, Liu vanished. No one looked for him until the pressure cooker was opened. Inside the back room, police found a boiling pressure cooker, softened human bones, bags of fatty tissue in the refrigerator, blood stains on the cutting table. When asked what he was cooking, Zhang answered, "I'm cooking my debt." His voice was calm, too calm. He admitted everything. Liu visited to discuss the debt. Liu mocked him. Zhang snapped. He struck Liu with an iron bar. Liu collapsed. Zhang panicked and decided to dispose of the body. He explained why he used a pressure cooker. "I worked in slaughterhouses. I know how to process meat." The room fell silent. Forensics confirmed. The meat belonged to Liu. The cuts were precise. Some body parts were missing. Police never determined whether Zhang consumed the remains, but rumors spread faster than evidence. It wasn't the violence. It was the coldness of Zhang's behavior. No fear, no regret, only the repeated statement, "A new year must begin with old debts paid." In a culture where New Year means renewal and peace, Zhang's interpretation twisted tradition into something nightmarish. Zhang Wei was executed, but his case became folklore, a reminder that monsters don't always hide in the dark. Sometimes they stand behind a counter, sell groceries every morning, and wait patiently for a debt that should never be paid in blood. To this day, vendors at the market say they can still remember the smell drifting from that pressure cooker, and none of them will ever forget how the first days of 2010 were stained with horror. 3 stories. 3 New Year nights where survival, revenge, and human darkness blurred into one chilling line. They remind us that even at the start of a new year, the darkest parts of human nature can awaken, for a reason or for a cold night too long. If the one inside you is an angel or a shadow waiting silently, tell me in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more journeys into the dark. This is Dark File, where the darkest secrets are brought into the light.